Hello all, I am back for another video. In this video, I will be building the Port Town Village, which is not finished, mostly just the exteriors of these village houses. This one took a minute for me because I'm just not really comfortable with this entirely, and then also I wasn't sure of what shapes I wanted and if the shapes I had were good, but I went with all the outlines I had and just shaped it together, and I think it made something quite nice. For the village itself, um, since it's meant to be the port town village, it's gonna have the staple uh, occupations for um, a village of this size. So it's not going to have every possible merchant type, but it will have some of the more important ones that would be there regardless. And I tried to narrow it down, and I filled all the roles, and then I needed to find some extra fantasy medieval style occupations because I actually did have more buildings than I had priority occupations, which was cool. So yeah, a lot of this video is going to be much of this, just me making these villages, and just definitely in the first portion, it's mostly I'm doing it one by one, and then eventually I get used to it well enough where I can sort of turn them out and make a style. But um yeah, in doing this will give me a good baseline for when I work on the main Central Kingdom. Well, not Central Kingdom, but the kingdom for this. At least the idea is that this village is more so like specifically for goods from the port town and supplies the merchants and traders and shipwrights that come off the ships at the ports, because there's going to be like an inn, and there's going to be all sorts of amenities in the town for all the travelers that come to this kingdom, whether to trade, whether to diplomacy, whether for tourism, and any other sorts of reasons. So, yeah, this serves as a good spot for that location. I don't have really that much to say, honestly, for the rest of this video. So I'll probably just go silent here soon and just let the builds speak for themselves, because there's not really much interesting going on specifically with each building. It's just repeating the style and making the pattern fit for each of the various houses. I guess I could talk about the next video. I mentioned it, but in the next video, it'll be another Axiom focused video where I have all my tools and I do some sculpting on the mountain area, because I wasn't satisfied with the height of some of the mountains, and I wasn't satisfied with how the look of seeing one of the key structures from around. So that will be in the next video. I'll try to have that out maybe in between uh, this week, today, and next week, as it was sort of a side endeavor and there's not too much footage there, but there is a lot of interesting revelations I had in doing that footage, which was good. But otherwise, yeah, um, building the village. Once with the next video, between the next true video, I should say, will will be me finishing this village properly, adding uh foliage, trees, maybe some street lights, maybe some other details, but mostly fully detailing the houses. I think I can manage to do it because I'm gonna make the living areas pretty generic, but the main detail I'm going to populate these villages with is with each of the merchants and each of their storefronts, with the lower levels of these houses being the shop themselves with the goods and the merchant, and all of the upstairs of these um villages being like the homes for the merchants and such. And then once this village is finished, I plan to really work on the docks and try to add ships, try to add like cranes, shipping, a shipyard maybe, like somewhere where ships are built, work on the military section with like the barracks. It's gonna be a lot of work. That might take a couple weeks to get done. But yeah, with that should progress nicely. And then once the docks in this village is finished, and I'll be moving on to the final part of this project for the snowy region here in Sheddenwood, the main city, so to speak. Yeah, that's about that. I'm gonna go silent now because I don't have anything else really to say. So just enjoy this nice music from Hollow Knight as the video finishes up.